lost. Okay, so that means we've now lost 2 scientists. And we have the, you know, we have the leaders to replace them. Or we have the room to hire new leaders, so I should probably do that. You're above cost and you need a leader. Recruit whoever's cheapest, or whoever's youngest. I'm actually going to help recruit you. And let's take... Oh, you have an AI assistant. How very cute. Now we're going to take the person that's youngest because just everybody keeps dying too quickly. They are proposing an active sensor link exchange. Why? I will totally agree to that. You guys may be hegemonic imperialists, but I think if I keep you on my side, if I agree to your thing, you'll be quite happy. Oh, the orbital space around Rookbat Prime is cluttered with debris left behind by the alien civilization that once inhabited the planet before they wiped themselves out. Their early space programs saw the launch of thousands of primitive satellites and missile launch platforms. Many of these were destroyed by anti-satellite weapons during the planet's destructive nuclear war, adding even more space junk to the mix. Our colony on the surface has developed to the point where its dense field of debris is interfering with its infrastructure. We cannot use satellites, and civilian orbital flights are limited to narrow launch windows. Okay.
Situation log updated.
So we have remove orbital debris, and we need a science ship to do this. Okay, well, good news is we do have a science ship on hand. I'm going to use this one because you are, you know, he's a newbie on the block, so that'll be his best option. Garanthium mining, and that means you get to build a mining station. Okay, so we get cruiser hulls, destroyer hulls. It's good that actually we can build cruisers and destroyers. I hadn't even thought about that. Haven't I already got...
Anomaly detected.
An anomaly! It's just... yeah. It's going to take a really long time to research it, but he's the only person in the area, so let's just do that. Unfortunately, just got to let it happen. Okay, so what we're going to research. Plasteel armor seems like a good option here. Now I'm going to look at this. Can I look at this station and look at the defense platforms, see what kind of weapons they use? They use X-ray lasers and disruptors, which penetrate the shields and armor. Those go straight for the hull. That's... maybe I should have gone for the defensive hull thing, but it's nice to have the extra speed that the amoeba gave me. Thanks to the amoeba, my speed is growing. Oh, this is going to take a couple of years to get my bases all upgraded, and then they'll be incredibly expensive, and no doubt I will find my energy credits just sinking. X-ray lasers, but I'm not going to upgrade anymore. Oh, actually, you know what? That might be a good thing to have now, because I am back in the exploration game, so...
Research project concluded.
With the assistance of our science ship, colonial authorities in Rookbat Prime have finished cleaning up the planet's orbital space, and we gain minerals! Yes! It turns out a lot of the debris consisted of valuable minerals from the planet's surface that had been used in satellite construction. We were able to salvage a significant amount and net a tidy profit. So I think actually I'm going to send this guy up here. Space Amoeba is up there. You know what? Let's see if we can sneak around these guys. Oh, fleet stats cannot be evasive. Let's go there. Oh, that's interesting. Now we can see there's alien vessels in this space. And there's 2 planets, a tropical world and an arid world. I wonder if that is the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought protects 2 worlds. Oh! Once again, the Horizon signal in Light's End is active. It has upped its game. Once again, the transmission includes the exit point's coordinates. It's signed with the private comms key of Fadra Vagas and Con Taras, but this time it's a generative text program written in an elderly programming language that creates what appears to be love poems. Love poems directed to Saprakap. They're honestly not very good love poems, but it is, our scientists agree, quite difficult to generate love poems procedurally, and quite unusual for a black hole to send love poems at all. So once again, do I really want to get into this? I don't even know who is Saprakap, but they'll probably be doing something important. Off you go. You will be the enlightened one. We must know what this is. So who is now stop? Jalsikra. Yeah, there we go. One of her leaders has once again disappeared. And oh man, everybody's kind of lousy. We're going to recruit you. And your Sapra Taras. Patron newsletter. The latest news for all our patrons. Sadly, nothing much has been produced in the Enclave. Most of the artists have fallen into a deep melancholy from where there is no inspiration can be drawn. The mood is dire but hopeful. Creation takes time after all. Any donations that might help the group rekindle their interest in the material plane would be of tremendous help. Could we donate energy credits and get influence? We cannot afford to donate right now, let's just say that. I mean, do I want that influence for anything? It might be useful at some point, but I don't think we have... Okay. The horizon signal, where the end comes from. This will be the end of me, Sapracap says at the briefing before the launch. I know I won't come back, but I think I always knew this would happen. Whatever is in the hole has been waiting for us for a long, long time. I think it's been waiting for me, since before I was born. Once again, the single-pilot ship approaches the exit point. Once again, space boils like a fever. Again, our sensor arrays soak up fascinating data. This time, Sapracap is silent. The telemetry becomes intermittent, and then it too is silent. The ship has reached the exit point. The conditions around it are returning to normal. Nothing has happened. Nothing? The monitoring team mutter furiously. The ship is different. In fact, it's a different ship. It's Fadravagus' vessel, lost these years past, drifting now away from the exit point. A salvage team finds it pristine and empty. No trace of crew and no sign of violence. But there's a journal entry in Fadravagus' name, titled, What Was, Will Be. Our scientists review it nervously. Impossible, one says. I hope so, says another. The ship was renamed the Foundling and returned to service. The signal, dead or sleeping, says nothing at all, ever again. And yet, this may not be the end. Tech research option added. Entropic recursion. Oh, entropic recursion though. Let's look at that. Spiral feed power plant sounds like a good idea. If we could somehow figure out how to get into this space, maybe the Imperial Urter colonies will say nice things to me. Doctrine! Support vessels. Naval capacity increased. Okay. More energy storage options. Fleet command limit. Enjos Vapor. War exhaustion. The collective self would get me more of that. You know, actually, let's take a look at this. Oh no, of course, I was thinking... Oh, we gotta take the greater good. We're not ready to get this next, a technological ascendancy thing, so... Infrastructure that survived the Great Nuclear War which ruined Ruckbat Prime have proved a great boon to our colonists. The alien civilization that once lived here built highways connecting their major population centres, and some of them are still in good enough condition to be used today. We have also been able to recycle a large amount of building material from the many ruins that dot the landscape, further improving our colony's infrastructure. Building cost minus 25%. So we had 10% penalty, now we have a 10% bonus. Oh, the Loop Temple signs in the stone. Archaeologists have found a forgotten temple in the remote highlands of Hyverion, buried for centuries but recently exposed by an earthquake. Dating techniques suggest it's a pre-industrial relic, hand-hewn from volcanic rock. However, the recurring symbol on the walls and the altar, a Mobius-looped serpent consuming its own tail, has no obvious precedent in our early history, and the inscriptions use an unknown alphabet. One excitable archaeologist suggests it's a relic left by an unknown precursor race. In a presumably meaningless coincidence, the quake seems to have occurred right at the same time as the final message from the black hole in the light's end. Ominous. This merits study.
Situation log updated.
Fascinating. Investigate the loop temple. It will take 7... It doesn't tell us what we need, so... But there's no more signal, so let's investigate the temple, because it doesn't look like it takes anything. So just do that, right? What have I got to lose? The answer is... my soul. Okay, Governor Monarch Va has died. So that means that we need a new governor somewhere.
New technology discovered.
Soil remediation, which means we can now fix this. Refit standards. We'll make our refit. Oh, here, actually, this, we're just going to take it, right? Or gene modification. Oh, gene modification seems so much fun. Hypercom Forum. That will produce unity. But I think I'm just going to focus on expanding the planets I have. And I really need Astici to be a much more helpful world. Oh wow, it's already clearing these for me. So fast. But it's now, of course, lagging behind everyone else. Why are these guys... Oh, these guys are not happy. How do we make these guys happy? Can I, view species, can I help them? Alter full citizenship, set default rights. Living standards. Happiness plus 10%. Academic privilege. Oh, interesting. These can get... academic privilege, that's a cool one. It basically increases their happiness and increases their science output. And aren't these guys... Hold on. Oh. Wait a second. These guys are rapid breeders, ocean preference, strong. Oh, they're not anything useful. Well, let's just put them on social welfare to make them happy, right? So they don't have to work too hard. Because if they're happy, then they work harder, and that actually benefits the economy overall, right? Subspace navigation, you guys are finally up here. Oh yes, it's the automated dreadnought, didn't I tell you? Wonombus is like 6.1k, it's almost upgraded. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Online. Now we have tons and tons of stuff.
Research project concluded.
The Loop Temple of Time and Stone. Our scientists have learned a great deal about the subterranean temple, but some questions remain. A roof aperture, along with the radial altar, suggests it was once a solar calendar, but it's so badly damaged by the earthquake that we can't be certain. If the builders found particular dates important, we'll never know which ones. We'd had better luck with the unknown alphabet. It's a debased variant of a better-known hieratic script, not an alien language at all. And we've successfully deciphered it. The temple is dedicated to the waiting worm, or the worm in waiting. Most of the inscriptions are sonorous, poetic invocations requesting its appearance, or, if read in the other direction, its departure. There is also a body of inscriptions describing the operations of the universe, which our more excitable archaeologist swears contains references to advanced field equations. Nothing new to us, but very impressive for a temple of this vintage. We have yet to find a physicist who's prepared to go on record as agreeing with the references, but that the references are meaningful though. The temple holds no cosmic secrets or alien weapons as far as we can tell, but its dark spaces have a distinctive, menacing beauty, and the poetry of the invocation to the worm in waiting becomes fashionable. They are set to popular music. They are published in collections. Okay, do we open the Loop Temple and get the Strange Loop Doctrine? Or do we reserve the temple for academic study? Or do we shut the things down? So this gives us society, research, or happiness. I think I'm going to open the Loop Temple to make everyone happier. Because, you know, everyone doesn't seem to be the most happy that I've seen them. Seems to be a lot of, like, not so happy people overall right now. Maybe we need some slavery. I mean, that's another thing maybe I should do is change it. Oh, the Foundlings... name is being hailed by the syzygy of Vur technocracy. This is despite the fact that it isn't sending any ID codes we recognize. And wait, I'm confused. Everything's happening too fast. And the syzygy's commanding officer claims to be Captain Ganak Vis. Our admiral by that name is alive and well elsewhere. This must be an ambush. We're taking no chances. Battle stations. The captain that appears on our screen is clearly Ganak Vis, but a scarred, haunted and decrepit wrecked edition of Ganak Vis. His face glossy with plasma burns and older, much older. The bridge in the background looks just as scarred and just as decrepit, but the captain's voice is firm and clear. Finally you're here. I've waited so long. My punishment is to die in battle against you. Please end me. I'm sorry. What's happening here? Are you really Ganak Vis? That gives me physics research. Am I? Are you the same Vur you were last year? Every day is death. Every future is a choice. Time is a labyrinth, not a road. A chuckle. It sounds like the chuckle hurts. Ask the loop. If you want to end it, why wait? A warship is full of ways to die. Don't you remember? Of course you don't. Yet. And yet you might not now. Not if you do it right. The loop needs its sacrifice, and it needs them just so. An agonizing coughing chuckle. You don't want to trifle with the loop. What is the loop? The loop is what came first and what comes next. The worm in waiting. And I suppose the worm is the loop. Let's say time is a labyrinth. The captain begins to gesture futilely. Then loop is a monster, or its maker. No, I can't explain it. And you know more soon. You did in my past. Weapons locked. Okay, no more bonus. Surrender, whatever you've done. We can help you. Too late, the captain says. Not without regret, and cuts the transmission. Battle stations, okay. So wait a second, this is the Foundling? The Foundling has no weapon systems. You can't possibly fight us. We are nice people. Where is it? Where is the Foundling? Although, wait a second. I'm really confused. Things are coming in the wrong order. The Foundling has located a small, minimally powered, artificial orb object, broadcasting a looping signal at local range only. These sort of things usually turn out to be escape pods, and it looks like one of those. It's been out here a long time. When the crew cracks it open, carefully observing quarantine procedures, they find ancient remains, preserved by the sterile pod environment. So far, not unusual. The captain of the Foundling indicates, however, that they did not expect to find the Vur words, what was will be, what will be was, daubed on the wall in bodily fluids of the pod's occupant. Who the crew are now Riley referring to as the messenger, they add that there are some equally unexpected anatomical similarities between the messenger species and our own. Interesting.
Situation log updated.
Okay, where's the Foundling? There it is, there. We need to find this guy that we're supposed to kill. Meanwhile, we need to assign a leader to this project. Recruit. Yeah, we got another room to recruit a new one. He's unfortunately going to take a long time to do it because... Oh, wait! He's a Puglish! Let's have the Puglish do the research. Oh, wait, that means he can't do that because he's not the founding species. Okay. So, I need to actually change him up for... anyone? Take that. Yes. And so you can explore this. Research project. Now, we see the looped syzygy. There we go. So it appeared in the other system. That was what was going on. A static speckled message comes in from the captain of syzygy in Oshimir. Behind them, the bridge is wreathed in smoke. Too late, they cough. You left it too long. The loop won't forgive me. Please. The message ends there.